Hello everybody, and welcome back to Game Ideas. I haven't made one of these in a while, but yes, welcome back to Game Ideas, an old series I used to do, where I just talk about little game ideas that I'd like to see happen, someday out there in the world. Usually these are along the lines of I'd like a pony, but hey, stranger things have happened. And as we are sailing across our beautiful Warlord Titan here, I was actually really thinking, 40k games, they've had ground-based games, they've had ship combat, they've had... what have they had? They've had RTSs, they've had shooters, but one game types I'd really like to see? I would love to see a Warhammer 40k Titan game, where you are the princeps in command of a Titan of the Adeptus Titanicus, and it's your adventures as a Titan crew throughout your combat history. And you'd start off as a commander of a Warhound Scout Titan, then throughout the campaign you'd be promoted, move up to a Reaver, then move up to a Warlord, then maybe an Imperator, and it'd just be so much fun you could do with it. I was thinking you could add things like, in battle you'd have to manage, it'd be sort of a management but real-time scenario. You'd have to manage weapons and equipment, power systems. Do you want more power to shields and locomotion? Do you want power to, cannons? Do you want the volcano cannon fully charged? Or would you prefer to have the quake gun at full power? Just things like that. I think it would just be such a fun game you could do, and there'd be a lot of customization with how your Titan looks, how it feels. If you're a Warhound, you'd be a lot faster. You'd have less powerful weapons, but you'd be more agile. Just things like that I think would just be so awesome. And there's just so much you could do with it. You could make it a management thing where you have to manage the Titan. You can make it kind of a third-person sort of action-y game. There's just lots of things you could do to add to this and make it more interesting. And I mean, just look at this. Look at the big, massive scale of this Titan. Imagine just commanding one of these monsters. Commanding your Warlord Titan, full power to the volcano cannon. You can engage enemy Titans. There's so many different ways you could do it. Look at that. You wouldn't want a game based around a giant freaking Titan like that. Come on. I think there's been a few Titan games or games that let you play as Titans on Steam, and I think a few mobile games, but a full-on PC release where you're a Titan crew member, and it's about your adventures, throughout your career. And you'd start off as I said, as a Warhound, then move up to a Reaver. You could have multiplayer as well. You could have Titan legions versing each other. It would just be so amazing. You'd have teams of 3 or 4 Titans apiece. You'd have Warhounds flanking around the Imperator Titan. The Imperator guys having to manually, aim and choose different power systems for their guns. You could choose to have your own custom Warhound. Add plasma annihilators or volcano guns as you saw fit. There's just so many awesome ideas you could do with it. And if, as I said, you could actually make it a game where you need to manage your resources. So you have a limited power capacity from your reactor, but you can of course upgrade it in game. And you have to choose to put power to shields and locomotion, guns, life support, self-repair systems. You could even get it more in detail and actually have individual crew members. So Gunner Tobias, Driver Moriana. You could level them up. They have different stats that can impact different things. Someone has, your gunner has a cooldown weapon, a bonus for cooldown on plasma weapons, but has a drawback where he can't fire macro cannons very well. Not macro cannons, but, Gatling mega blasters and stuff. There's just so many little fun ideas you could do with this. I'd just love to see it. As again, this may be on the lines of I'd like a pony, but just the idea of playing as, look at that, you could have detail like that. Script and banners weighing off your Titan, huge friggin' cannons, look at that, turbo laser blasters pointed out. There's just so many cool things you could do, just have customization options. You can have different weapons and equipment. You can have cosmetic lookouts. There's just so many fun things you could do with this idea. I'm surprised no one's actually done it already, personally. I don't know. I think it would be probably a bit hard to balance, I suppose, but it's not impossible. I mean, you just have advantages and disadvantages with each Titan, you know. Have Imperators and stuff be really slow and lumbering, have really good armor and weapons and shields, but not good locomotion. You know, you could even have some fun shit like, you know, you could have like warhounds creeping up behind an Imperator and hitting it in the plasma reactor, or just so many awesome ideas. I'd love to see it. I don't know. This is me spitballing, and I just felt like making a video while I had the idea in my head. But let me know what you think. Would you love a Warhammer 40K Titan-based game? What do you think the mechanics would be? How do you think they should be implemented? Just let me know what you think in the comments below, guys, and I will catch you all again another